We have looked at this, the Remington 783 before, but not this particular variant. This is the new Form Laminate edition. Before we start, I should say that this gun is more expensive than the standard Remy 783. In fact, this is 950 quid bare, or 1199 with the scope, the mounts, the mod, the bipod, the bag, the works. And if you want a little adjuster on the back and adjustable length as well, that is available, but it is extra money. But that's not coming as standard, so it's not something you're likely to find on the shelf. What do you get for this extra money? Well, it comes with an upgrade scope over the standard 783. That's a really nice thing. It's just a Hawk, but just a Hawk is still a damn fine optic. We like Hawk optics here. In fact, they are just a really solid thing. So there, you know, there's significantly worse out there anyway. This particular one has the steel mounts on it, however, they are an upgrade as well. It is the Sporter weight barrel, not the Varmint weight. It comes with the Evolved sound moderator and has a very basic bipod. The really exciting part about this gun, apart from all the things you already know about it because we already talked about them, is this, the Form stock. This stock is made by Form down in Devon, so it is a British-made stock, which, well, for those of you in the rest of the world probably won't care, but it's nice to support local industry and all that. The stock is one of their Caro stocks. It's non-adjustable at the back, but this can be an additional option if you want, so you can actually get it. And I personally, if I was to have one of these, would like it with the extension out the back. But they've actually made it slightly longer than most standard rifles, so it's not too bad at all. What is nice is the adjustability here. So you can press your little button on the side, and the engineering quality on these is just superb. Goes up, goes down, you can put it wherever you want, and once it's in, it is extremely tough. This is the brown laminate. They are also going to come in a black laminate as well. The grip has little finger sections and a little thumb chull at the top there, and actually fits quite nicely into the hand. It is potentially designed for slightly smaller hands than mine, but only just. It's actually not too bad at all. It's not too bad either to wrap your thumb around. They've cut this neck low enough so that you can get a good grip on it in a more conventional fashion if you want. The fit and finish of the stock is absolutely lovely, and I think you'll all agree on that. The fore end of the stock is slightly more bulbous, and this stock is extremely rigid, as all laminates are, so you're never going to find yourself touching, warping or changing. It's as good as plastic, just looks a lot nicer. It does add to the weight, but again, if you want a lightweight rifle, you're not going to be looking at this in the first place, so there you go. The only thing that this gun doesn't have, being the prototype model, or the original one, the first one ever made, it doesn't have the Spartan adapter, and they will have a Spartan bipod adapter in every single Remy 783 Form stock. So if you own a Spartan bipod, that's great, and if you don't, well, it allows you to buy into them, because actually they've come down in price too, which is kind of nice. Which makes this a very available rifle. You know, this with a bipod and a set of sticks, and you're in for 1,500 quid with a packet of bullets. That's a really good place in the market to be, you know. That's actually as much as a brand new rifle in something else. And it's just as accurate. It maybe just doesn't have the name, and maybe doesn't have the lifespan that some people might demand, even though most people won't ever actually hit that amount of bullets in this country as a casual stalking rifle or a works gun. Brings to mind what else you can get for 1,500 quid, and most of it is going to fall short of the feel of this rifle, just basically because of the stock. We've established in previous videos, and I've shot and hunted with the 783, that they're accurate enough and a good killing gun. I wouldn't really particularly describe it as the nicest target shooting gun, but I don't think that is why you're looking at a Remy 783. This is a workhorse. This is a keeper's rifle, a farmer's rifle, or even just a casual stalker's rifle. I really like this gun. I really like this gun. But as I said, I would go for the adjustable length version, because at least at that point then you can stick your night vision on the back, have your extension on there, and it just makes it a more versatile workhorse. But that's just me, and that is another 100 odd quid, so in terms of keeping it at the price point, I think they've done a really good job. Anyway, I've really enjoyed shooting this. Let's go back to the field and see how we got on. Without any further ado, before I give you any opinions on it, let's put some bullets through it. All right, so the target currently sits at 85 meters away. So, first group, pretty awful, but you need to get these things out of the way. I say pretty awful, not bad. Have a rifle you've just picked up and whack some bullets through. Right, so let's reload the mag, get a little bit more comfortable, and try for a decent group. Right. Oh, that bipod a little. Just trying to avoid lying down in the dirt. Not ideal morning to be doing this. It's freezing cold and the ground is utterly wet and I'm getting a little bit of mirage as well as my own breath steaming everything up. Alright, that was a little bit better. We're honing her in a little bit. Could do with a bit of wind really, just to cut that mirage down. Alright, happy days. What we got here is the first two groups. As you can see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I hadn't really set the rifle up, it was a bit uncomfortable, and just it's always important just to break the ice when you get a new rifle and just put some bullets through it and not worry too much. Here's my second group. We have 1, 2, 3, and that one I pulled just there, and I can feel myself physically pulling it, but that is by the by. You only ever know once you've actually pulled the trigger, which is some great irony there. So we're talking thumbnail accuracy at 85 meters, or close enough after a couple of bullets. Should we shoot some more? I think we should shoot some more. I'm going to try and shoot the best group possible, and then we're going to shoot a freehand group. Let's go. Okay, so we've just put in a half decent group. We'll go have a look at that in a minute. And now what we're going to do, I'm going to try and shoot a freehand. Something that you certainly will notice is the extra weight in the 783 form over the 783 standard. It just is there. Some people will like that, some people won't, but for freehand shooting it's not a particular boon, especially not in a big heavy moderated rifle. Luckily at least the weight is out the back a little bit more than it would be in the plastic version, so let's see what we can do, shall we? We have covered this rifle in mud. Well, I might have a shot, see how awful it is. We might take a little lean off a tree, take a few various styles. So this rifle is not particularly easy to shoot freehand at longer range, so we're just going to take a little rest and see how we get on. Right, let's go look at the target and we'll go back to a conclusion. So, Remington 783 form. What it does for the rifle, it makes it slightly heavier, certainly. It makes it much more comfortable to shoot, definitely. That sort of added weight, the perfect grip, the nicely formed grip certainly holds your hand nicely. The weight is brilliant. So for supported shooting, I think I've discovered this is absolutely brilliant. First group, second group, third group. Actually paying a bit of attention, letting the rifle cool down between shots a little bit so you're not sort of struggling with that hazing on such a still cold day as this. And then I picked it up to try freehand and discovered that it probably isn't the most natural freehand shooting rifle. I aim in there, ended up putting a bullet in low. Yeah, you know, potentially you could wind that in with a bit of practice, but I don't think that's the reason you buy a Remy 783 form. It's not to go out for a freehand mooch. You're probably going to need a set of sticks if you go out with this rifle. Anyway, then just taking the top of a fence post and shooting in, perfectly adequate 100 meter or 100 yard, 85 meter, and just step back another 5 minutes. That's a 90 meter deer is dead. It's a very, very accurate rifle and is actually much more pleasant to shoot than the basic version for not a great deal more. I think you're going to struggle. You think of that whole package is like 1,100 quid with the scope, the mounts, the bipod, the mod, and in the form stock. You're going to struggle to find a more practical rifle with an adjustable stock on, with all of that gear on for that sort of money. And you always have to take that into account. You know, you're not going to weigh this rifle up against a Seiko or something like that, because actually it's 4 times the price. However, given the fact that it is what it is, and it is as nice as it is, a hell of a working tool. And for those of us who probably just want guns that go bang, or rifles that go bang, are reliable and accurate, but aren't completely basic, that is a hell of a contender. I like the 783 anyway, as you know. And I really like the 783 form. That is only the prototype model. So in the future, they will be coming with a pre-fitted Spartan bipod adapter, which is quite cool. Whether you like Spartan or not, it's nice to have in there as a feature. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Take care. Goodbye. And well, all the rifle needs to be is accurate, right? The end. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.